G'day everyone, welcome along, welcome to Steel Horse Station. I hope you are all having a terrific day. It is the start of a new week, Monday evening here in Oz, and if you're joining from the UK, Europe or the US, it's probably pretty early on Monday. But welcome wherever you might be. We are heading across to the Oaks today, and we might jump across and make sure we've got. Now that's really interesting. Let's try and get. No, let's try again. Just bear with me. I had this problem earlier in the day, which I didn't realize until afterwards. Where has my sound gone? For application audio capture. Why am I getting no sound? This is very bizarre. G'day, John. Just bear with me for a second. I'm having the same problem that I discovered that I had after I shot a video today, in that magically capture specific windows, properties, very good. Yes, 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 yes. What is going on? That's okay. I can't get any game sound for reasons that, well, when I say can't, I've got game sound. It's just you haven't got any game sound. I can see that you don't have any game sound, but I can't figure out. I haven't consciously done anything. And I don't know why I don't have any. This is most weird. Application, yes, that should be. Something is very strange going on here. I apologize all, just have to give me a few minutes while I try and figure out what is going on. That doesn't answer the question. I want that one. There we go. I have no idea what that was causing that issue. As it turned out, as you can see, it is raining, and therefore there wasn't much that you were missing other than a bunch of rain. But yes, I have now managed to hopefully not break something else in the process of sorting that out. It's the first time I've ever encountered that problem. So since last time, what have I been doing? So I've been running up the dollar balance a little. I'll stand out here in the rain just for a second. I've put equipment away. We are in October. I've repaired the Panther, and I was going to start harvesting on the Tiger, because if we go to our screens, we have 3 of our fields, which 2 of which are ready to harvest, 61 and 62, and 76 will be ready shortly. We haven't looked at the contracts. Some baling contracts we're not too interested in. We can potentially grab a cultivating contract if we want. The harvesting contracts aren't particularly interesting to us. We don't want the corn necessarily, and we would have to buy a corn header in order to take those on. Oh, one thing I have done, I decided it was end of life for the other harvesters, so I've sold the TX32s. So our only, where are we here? Somewhere around here. So our only harvester now is the John Deere, which we bought for this season just finished. So I've done the maintenance on that, and the truck has basically just been tidying things up a lot. I guess what we can take care of while it's raining is we can put this new cow shed in. Wouldn't be a bad thing, given I accidentally deleted the fence on this one. I deleted a fence segment elsewhere on the map because it was in the way of the truck kept getting hooked up on it, thinking I was only deleting one segment, and all of the fence, a whole bunch of fences disappeared. So I haven't bothered to try and copy them back in, but somewhere around here is the animal dealer. And so what I think we'll do is go ahead and sell all of these. There's only one of those. We can sell him. Actually, how many of these are there? Yeah, so they're the ones that there's 8 of. So if we hang on to those, select those, sell you, yes. Select those, sell you. The reason I'm selling these is because we have enough room in our trailer for 8 cows. So if I grab a and saying we want to delete that pen, we need to do something with the cows first. And then we can adjust it, and this is the simplest way to do it. The other way to do it would have been just to sell them all, and then after I've put the new one in, go back and copy them in from the save game. But that feels like a lot of messing around for a Monday evening, so we'll just do it this way. And it was only 3. We didn't really have a large population, so not that we can really be too concerned about it. This rain is fairly serious, I must say. I'm feeling cold and wet already. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Great to have a few folks in for the kickoff today. You're close to the trigger. You are not. Or are you? Yes, you are. Select you out of there. Move to the trailer, please. Okay. So we'll just bring you over here. Now let's have a look. Whoops. Let's rotate the other way. I'm not going to worry too much about the food that's in it. So we should be able to sell that. Whoops. So now we've got a biggish space there. And the one I've landed on that we want to go for is this guy here. Ah, very good. Did you enjoy it? So our choices with this pasture, it is glorious weather for the minute. We'll persist for the moment, Mark. So our choices with this, I probably should, it doesn't matter an enormous amount turning the triggers on. The feed trigger's inside, the slurry trigger is at this end, and the milker's at the other end. The problem is, if I put the shed this way, I suppose I could put it that way. And maybe that is better. It just makes it a little harder to get the feed in, I think. But if we can, we don't necessarily have to put it completely square. I'm just thinking about giving us sort of maximum access to that roller door without what I don't want to do is spawn that mesh on the road, because then we'll end up with cows out on the road. So it's kind of a matter of what's the access like at the other end. Let's have a look. It's just a little bit tight, isn't it? I will definitely need to move the feed mixer. That is true. It's kind of awkward. It's just... Let's turn the triggers on just so that I'm not in danger of forgetting. Let me move that out of the way for now. I'm expecting that we'll ultimately sell that one. Now, yeah, so that's the milk trigger and the loading animals trigger, and then the feed trigger is actually inside the shed in the middle, and the slurry and grid is at that end. And I'm thinking we are better off putting it this way, simply because we can then drive straight in for feed. What do people think? Any tips if I go around the other end and look? I can put a gate so that we can get round to the milk point without too much difficulty. And what I was thinking, if I just turn you ever so slightly on that angle, something like so, there's also the potential for access around the side. Just can't quite zoom out far enough to, and of course every time I move the screen to have a look, the unit moves. That is maximally zoomed. So I'm thinking somewhere like that, deliberately just a little bit on the angle. Good point. Animals, right. I reckon we want him. Just something like so. So if I put a gate across there, we can drive into that side, which gives us easy access around here to get the milk and to load animals. I'm not too worried about that. There is the potential to have a access around there. I think what we'll do is fence across here with a gate in it. So I reckon that's pretty good. And if we down here, what have we got in terms of fences? Fences might need a little bit of I might be better off going into the and putting them in Giants Editor so that I copy the ones from the rest of the farm, because I don't think they're necessarily the right ones. I don't think I've got a set. Yeah, can't see them because I think the gates that I'd like to have are these ones over here. Instead of gates like these will fit across there just nicely. And I can't see those in here unless someone can point me at them. Doesn't look like it. No. Okay, so gates can wait for another day. Now the $64 question is, where do we put the manure point? Let's put the cows in. Not quite the trigger. Select those, move them to husbandry. Right, so now we've got some cows. What do you reckon if we put a hey, g'day Jason, welcome along. If we put a manure point, I should have plenty to choose from in here, I would have thought. Old manure pack. Maybe not. Silage grain store. Maybe I do not have a lot of manure plates. I thought they'd fixed that, Mark, that you could use either now. I mean, either way, I could put that down. I don't know why they, speaking of fix, I don't know why they couldn't just do it so that you could, like they did for pumps and hoses, so that it would just tell you when it's in range. Anyway, what I'm thinking, whether or not it's this one's a different story, but is popping it over here, kind of in the corner, ideally, out of the way. And the only question I've got is, what's the range? I thought I had a whole heap in here. I've got everything but, by the looks. Do people have recommendations? Would you go with something like this, or would you... See, I reckon a corner one would be better. But to do that, we've got to get out and grab it, don't we? And of course, these darn mods that snap to the 90 is so irritating. It's... I think... what I'm going to do... And given it's raining anyway... Yeah, I would need to flatten the ground. Yeah, that is a point. Maybe it's just not important enough to worry about. Just put it on that angle. The only trouble is that load point is over the other side. I suppose it's easy enough. Is that the one you recommend, Mark? Let's jump out for a sec and grab one. So... Save that. Quit that. Download. Oh, let's wait for Mod Hub to wake up. Come on. There we go. Good on you. And now we want silos. Slurry tanks. Slurry and manure pack. What's in there? Missy bees. So these will be wall left, wall right. I've got the old manure pack. Let's keep scrolling. Open manure storage. Maybe we could do that. How big's that? I actually didn't mind. This is the one I used on the Valley, the old farm. I quite like that because you can pop it in anywhere and sort your walls out separately. Yes, I did. It wasn't in the extensions. It was in the main silo section, Jason. I think I looked at it just before you came in. I quite like that open manure system. I'm tempted just to grab that. What's in the smalls? They're all little, and this is a big cow shed. I don't think we need any slurry extensions at this stage. I'll put that one in just so that we've got a choice. Okay. That will do. So I don't think there's anything else I had to grab while I was out. We don't, I do want to check that I've got universal order load enabled. That'll be down the bottom. It's the bunker set, which is useful for the silo we've just put in. No, no, no. Yes, there are a lot of mods. It would be so much more useful if they would put the ones that aren't selected at the top of the pile. Or at least in just two categories, so you could go to a simple spot to find them. Yeah, that one. That's probably not the one I wanted. There's the old manure heap, so it was selected. Open manure storage, that's the one. Or any kind of sort of filter, yes. I don't want that silo pack. Or do I? Maybe I do. Universal auto load is selected. Right. Good, good, good. presume it's something that you could have a mod for, although the game doesn't give a script control at that point, so maybe you couldn't. Okay, it's still raining. Now, I will try and remember that. There's so many there, I haven't bothered making much of a mention of it. And some of them are minorly tweaked as well. Now, silo extension. Yeah, see, it doesn't show as an extension, but I know that this works. So what I'm thinking is we'll do some landscaping. And I'll squeak you back a little bit into the corner. And then buildings. Do I need to paint first, or will it make the ground dirt? We'll find out, I guess. There we go. I should have. The texture's not wonderful, but it'll do the trick. Let's go have a look. Yeah, so that'll work. Now, I'm trying to remember. Where? Oh, there it is. No. Somewhere around here. There is, oh, there it is. I knew there was a spot to stand somewhere to turn the lines off. So there we go, we've got a manure heap. It is connected. So it comes up in that message, which tells me. So I'm happy with that. Now we need, while it's still chucking it down with rain, at some point we'll go and get some more cows, but I think the first order of business is to get ourselves a proper size feed mixer for this. It is quite neat, isn't it? The HUD. And now that I'm getting better at reading it, I actually wondered, it's just, it doesn't show you there. I've got I'll have a look in a second. Maybe it's on there. No. I'll show you something in a second, but you can see the animals, so we've only got 8 cows in there. The tool horsepower, that was the one I just wanted to, that is really useful. So for those of you that haven't noticed or seen it, that Aki Mobile, where's a tool that has a horsepower requirement. So there you go. So you can select or walk up to the implement and it'll come up in the little window and tell you what the horsepower requirement of the implement is. It's just one of those things that is amazingly useful to someone like me who forgets what day it is without prompting. Yes, I think it's extremely handy. So what I was about to do, there's nothing in the sales that we want to worry about or that we can afford right at the minute. But what we do want, or maybe we can't afford one, it's going to be, we might need to bump the cash up. I was thinking that what we required was one of these, a big feed mixer, but we're a bit short on the Dolaros and I don't really want to buy so what are you, 22 to 30. The other alternative, I did have a look at productions and I don't like any of the TMR mixer productions that I was able to find. But with one exception, I don't actually mind that one. It's just a little on the small side was my only concern. One that's sort of a bigger one is not much better, but I suppose kind of cute. $64,000 capacity. Oh, that sounds interesting. Sounds marginally on the cheaty side, but I could probably wrap my head around that. I kind of feel like something if it's off somewhere like King Mods, I'm not going to try and grab it in a stream. So if it's in Mod Hub, we can go back and get it potentially. It just feels like something along these sort of lines should be inside. But while we're there, the other thing that, so we were talking about bale storage. And I think what I've decided on the bale storage, thank you, bale storage front, I don't think we need loose necessarily. So the one that Mark, I think that Mark was pointing me at, if it was Mark, somebody was pointing me out last time, silos is this guy. And so conceptually, the concept's fine. The only bit that tripped me over was the 1 billion litres of storage. and it just kind of felt excessive. And so then I started to think, and just because of the space that we've got here, there's not an ideal, yeah, I know you need to drive through the center, and there's not an ideal orientation in the yard. So where I came down on it, so not only do you need to drive through the center, but you also need to be able to get to both ends well, one end. So you kind of, it would need to go something along those sort of lines, which just doesn't quite work in this yard. There's no good spot for it. So where I fell down on that ash was to say, okay, what if we just went for, cool. I'm very happy with itch.io downloads. I might be able to get that in the background. So what I was thinking, however, was to get a shed something along these sort of lines and just pop it in the corner there. Either that one or one of these. Which one was it? Something like that. And just pop that there, which would get double as bale storage and potentially a spot for the odd bit of equipment. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. Now obviously I got to kick some of those straw bales out of the way. You need so the question is, why do I need a shed that gives out loose? If I've got bales, all right, because I'm going to be getting loose silage out of my bunker. I knew what you meant, John. And I'm happy to take bales of straw and hay because I don't. Yeah, it is little, but equally it's not difficult. We've got a I don't manage the mix to a fine enough gradation, and I'm not planning to on here. It's just whatever the right number of bales, just throw them in the mixer and away we go is kind of my thought process. I've absolutely done it the way you're suggesting, but I'm not, I'm kind of not feeling necessarily the need. It's just, won't let me drop that in there. How's that? A little bit of smoothing required. Will it let me do it? Landscaping. That's going to be a pain. Okay. Actually, let me see if my little trick from the other day works. No, because it's a production, it forces me to sell it. It won't let me hide it. What I discovered was that the object hider will allow you to hide buildings and then landscape underneath them unless they're productions, in which case the only option you get is to sell it. But if that had just been a plain shed, I could have hidden it and then fixed what I wanted to fix. I might show you in a second on another building. So we need to go there. We need to sell you. Yes. Okay. And then we need landscape. You a little bit. Yeah, I don't think they'll sit. Well, it'll be interesting to see. Actually, we could do that as a test. I've got a sneaking suspicion they'll sit on an angle on the ground, and that'll upset all the stacking, but we'll find out. Silos. They were at the end here, weren't they? The ones we were... I should have got the green one anyway, so... Oh, rain stopped. That's close enough. So let's drop a couple of those in. Where did it put it? Over in the... Oh, no. It just buries it in the ground. There you go. Yep. Instant. Not only did it instantly stop, but it's clear as a bell. Barely a cloud in the sky. Okay, so that's getting a bit tidier. We'll leave a couple of those out. Now, just give me a second to... can I easily get... over here. There. Yeah. Okay. I need to go into there. Excuse me a second, everybody, while I just try and figure out how to make this work. Is it going to let me drop it into the correct directory or not? There we go. What's it called? Pecan. Come down the line. Pecan, pecan, pecan. Right. So now, if we do that and that, we're back again. Let's save the content. Let's go back. Kill that. Back over there. Back here. And back there. We'll just restart one more time. Yes, it will. And it also means we've got everything we need at this farm as well. So that was kind of my rationale. It would be multi-purpose. Yeah, there. Continue. I'm hoping it's under P for pecan. Will I? It's there. Should be right. That's the one. That is a big feeding wagon. Okay. Let's buy one of those. And let's send someone across to the shop to get it. You will do just fine there, champ. So you can go to the dealership. Oop. Until he gets there, there's nothing else to really worry about over here. I'm just curious, will it let me... That wasn't going to the dealership. Thank you. No, it won't. There's a collision there. Right. Okay. Got lots of other jobs we need to get sorted out. Thank you. Oh, just for the very attentive amongst you, I swapped Gaming Joy's silo for the rusted version that came out with his recent update. Trap for young players, if you update Gaming Joy's mod, it will delete the one you've got placed. So you have to place it again. Yes, it did. I can't remember. There's an action you can take that stops that happening. Like there's a parameter setting, I think, that stops that happening, but I don't know what it is. So we'll leave you there. Let's cycle through a couple of things. Oh, that was the other thing I was just going to demonstrate. Over here might be a good choice. Right, so you've got a little bit of grass inside here that you don't want growing through your wall. So if you use map object hider, oops, try using the correct button. Oh, it only wants me to sell that one. Why does it want me to sell? Interesting. For some reason, it thinks that's... I know it will with that one. What about this guy? So it's a little bit hit and miss is what we're learning. They're all... Oh, I know why they are. Because these ones are built into the map. Because if I do this one, which is not built into the map, no, it... Maybe it's got to be Farm ID 0. Because maybe you got to set it to Farm ID 0 first. I'm just thinking. Because if I come down to the sugar factory, because this is how I did the sugar factory. So you'll notice while we're here that sugar is going in there correctly now. This is part of the sugar factory. It's the bale and pellet storage. That's not the one I want. Try it from the inside. Right. So I can hide the garage because that's how I in fact placed the... And I can only imagine that's because this land here is classified as Farm ID 0. I don't think I own it. And of course I can then just bring it back, and back she comes. But we now have sugar there, and while we're here, because I think, let's check the magic pricing thing. 932 versus 944. I don't reckon it's worth waiting for July, given we're going to have buckets of it. Sugar. Oh, that's interesting. Why won't it? If it won't tell me value at sell points, does that mean there's only one sell point? Right, there we go. Okay, so for $12 1,000 litres, I think we want to sell a few. So let's get some pallets out. Lovely. I finally went over and put the bed on. Now what I'm interested to see, yep, Universal Auto Load knows about it. How many of these is we going to pick up? I haven't tried this. Oh, stacking pattern I like. Come on, get some more. Have I not got reverse loading? Why won't it pick them up? There's no question that with a little bit of fiddling around, I should be able to mess with the spawn location so that it's easy to get the truck in position to load. But I didn't do that before the stream today. I was just concentrating on getting the shed actually working the way I intended. Why does it think that's full? Mind you, it's pretty heavy. Interesting. Doesn't like those last two spots. What if I put it on stack? No. Okay. That'll do for the moment. Oh, no, it shouldn't be weight limit. Oh, well. That's plenty. Where did we say we were selling them after all of that? Just around the corner. So you can drive around to there. Meanwhile, so the other mod that I put on is the one from olaf.tnt, which when you between two vehicles loads you into the one that you're looking at, and will actually load you into it from quite a way away if the vehicle is attached. A downside is this trailer, you can't turn the engine on and off inside the shed. So I don't know, I've noticed a couple of things that it might just get a little agitated with. I can turn off all of the thingamies. We can go and get our potato harvester going down here. I did put, we've got some weeds to deal with. I did put our canola in, and the fields up at the cow farm is ready to have the barley or wheat planted in it. But for now, let's cut out a couple of headlands here. Unfold you. Oops, you were unfolded. Okay. Excellent. And it's looking like yield is prodigious. So we're going to have a couple of beets to be going on with. And he manages to keep off the crop, so that's good. while we are going to have a lot, we are going to have a ridiculous amount. I can see that already, because we're not even going to get all the way around this little field. But that's okay, nice. It's going to be interesting to see how much we end up with off field 76, because that's much bigger than these. Yeah, I would imagine the Putneys are doing quite a bit better. A lot to be said for getting 5 workers going on the cheap and working pretty hard, especially in an economy where you don't have any troubles selling your product. Let's just get another headland at this end, because well, otherwise we're going to fill this thing up. I do want to get them another truck and trailer combination. I was thinking of the Volvo. Haven't had a Volvo yet on any of the maps, but that's a, you know, a $750,000 proposition by the time we get the trailer with it. And a trailer that's the size of the Randon works really well with the aggro. I am sorry, John, that reference doesn't mean anything to me. I'm guessing it does to the rest of the UK audience, but that name is not familiar. Let's just see. Holmer beat mod that I used on Silver Run Forest, I was amazed at how maneuverable that was. That was fabulous. Okay. Well, maybe we might need to channel him on Saxthorpe when it comes out. %. Let's just do another. Get off the crop. Let's just do another run across, and then we've got room to bring trailers in. So what I'm thinking at this point is we'll just use... what should we use? We should bring that... We should bring the aggro down. Yeah, that's... I was just about to get to that, Mark. Good reminder, thank you. Why don't you go to, which field number is it? 62. Going to field 61. 61 weight is where I want you. And if we go up to there. Send you back. Because all of the other checkpoints will be wrong for the minute. That will do. Well, we can get you going. Because this field's now ready for... I've actually got a course. Yes, I do. First waypoint. That's the correct crop. Putting barley in. There you go. Be down here in a minute. Don't need to put you away for now. Now, move the forklift out of the way. I was selling eggs the other day. And no, I'm not going to unload them all. I'm hoping that the modification I did to the sell point will be successful. And it is. How about that? Beautiful. So you can go around to British Sugar. Need to do a point round there so that we can automate this little route. But that'll do the trick every now and again. Where are we? You're coming slowly. A difficult way. Don't know why. What do we got here? Just use that one. Yeah, unload combine. 61 weight. I think. Bring you back to Putney beet unload 1. Getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there. %. So, what sort of course could we run on this field? Let's have a look. Just one tool. 6 headlands. Start on the headland. What's that look like? Field centers. Generate a course. That looks better. Start you in a second. So, let's unload you out. Not even going to take the whole hopper by the looks. I really feel the need to put that axle down. I don't suppose you can remember what the keyboard command to let's drop that axle is. Anybody? Z maybe? No. X. Okay, the only key I didn't try. Now the question is, if you unload combine 61 weight to Putney main yard, beet unload 1. Also notice the active HUD fill percent tracks to 100% for fill. Ah, interesting. Now you should go back and empty. I don't know why that other tractor hasn't arrived. You need to be set to 61. Wait. Put you in. This is probably going to be problematic, but let's see what happens. I'll come back and do the cows in a minute. I'll leave you there for now and find out why this guy... Oh, because there's a dirty great potato beet harvester in the way. That'll do it every time. How did you end up on that wall? And it looks like my course doesn't work for the truck. He can't get in there. A little bit of editing required. So let's try that again. Turn you off. Let's put you over there. I was trying to keep you from driving out in front of incoming traffic, but maybe that was a forlorn hope. Turn you off. Now let's go out and try that again. Okay, so we need weight. That should be fine. Let's see if you work this time. Should be able to get in the gate from this direction and still pick the line up. No, you're going to do a U-turn. There you go. So need some fuel, so we get your fuel on the way out. Let's see if you can get it in that silo first. At least he hasn't put the third axle back up again, so that's a good start. Or the drop axle. Doesn't mean he won't do it as soon as he's emptied. Bit of a lump in the yard there. Now, the other thing we've got no idea of is actually how much we'll stack in here. Okay, you won't auto unload by the looks. A moderate amount, so that's all right. As you can see in this shed next door, or the bay next door, I've procured some conveyors for them as well. And now you should go back. Oh, what we wanted to do, let's get you some fuel, didn't we? So now we can go and find out what the state of play in the field is. How much tangling up has occurred. In fact, what we might do is just mark you here for the minute. Where has our harvester got to? Is he stuck? There's every chance. It's got that stuck look about it. What's the bet he put the spout out to call? Yep. Where's that tree with the branch? I'm lost now. That enough? Yes. You're still caught. That should be better. Really? You have put that. What are you doing extending that? 37%. Let's just have a look. No worries, John. Good to see you. Have a good day. Bingo calling. Stop that. Raise tools. Combine. Stop while unloading. Stop while unloading's probably a good idea. Field work. Turn. What? What are you doing? I'm sure. Hurry up. I just need it to actually fold the... There we go. I don't know why it would have attempted to call at 37%. It should have got all the way along here before it needed to stick the loader out, which is what I was betting on. Because then I figured it would be fine, because the next one along it'll have plenty of room. But I was wrong for some reason. Let's see if we can make ourselves some space. Now we should be right. Although at 60% he's going to do it. What? He's driving along. He put it out again. Why? As soon as I... Which setting is driving that? Avoid driving in the fruit. That is bizarre. Corner speed 60. We just unload fill levels 85%. Very odd. Okay. I'll drive it manually until we get around. Yeah, well, that's... Which setting? Pre-calls at 60. Right? And we're only just getting to... Well, not even got to 60. When we were stuck on the other side there, it was at 37, so... I'm confused. That's why I drove him all the way to the end. I was pretty confident he'd get across that backside. Now, he still would have got caught on this side at some point, but I thought I had it at least to get me across the back. Right, as soon as I turn him on, he opens out. That's really interesting. Maybe. Where was that? That was in Active on the left, file course and tools setting raised lower. The only other one I thought of is unload on first headland. Does that automatically? Oh, in auto drive, you reckon? I'm at 60 now, so it's kind of, and now it shouldn't matter because he'll have enough space all the way around. Right, what are you doing? Right, don't know how you came up, but you did. All of a sudden have a YouTube video start in my headset. Don't know how it managed it. Right, now let's go back there and then go there. Right. What course are you running? Of course you are. Seriously, dude. Get over there. Now you're on the second. Excellent. And now you should be a bit safer, but you wanted... Why do I not have an unloader somewhere? Where's he gone? That's odd. My unloader has disappeared. No, he's gone and got himself stuck in the churchyard, as you do. I give up. Didn't even understand what you were doing coming in here. Try again. Okay, he would appear to be going across the bottom fine now. It's got to be getting close to full. Not got enough room to get through. Okay, he's called him and he's going to come straight through the crop. When there's a two-headland path all the way around, I don't get why it drives straight through the crop. But anyway, at least he's arrived. He's far enough away and he's loading quickly, so we can now let him go. And then go and grab the truck. And then we can let you go. Give up. Where are you going? What are you waiting for? That's better. Avoid fruit. Yes, that'd be what I'm doing. Not restricted to the fields. That's probably part of an issue. What's the bet? The truck will get back just about the time. Oh no, you're just going to take it out there. That'll work. I can live with that. Truck's gone and got stuck on the turnaround. We're down there. What are you doing? Why would you? There we go. Tight lanes and auto drive. Not a happening thing. Is he stuck down in the corner? There's every chance. Yes. Righty-ho. We're progressing a little bit there. That's not a bad shot. Let's see if they can operate on their own while we go and sort out some feed for our cows. So what's the capacity of this guy? Much would be the answer. I do like it though. Let's see. You're gonna require what's the capacity of these bales? They are 6.5. They are 7.5. Oh, and I've only got the little scoop on the tractor. So let's just make some to get them going. Looks like I'll need another Well, that's not going to go in there, is it? I'm going to need another conveyor. Good question, Mark. Not that way. Yep. Get off. Get off. Get off. What have we got here? We have the technology. Here's the other end. Or is he? No, is this end? That's the right way to do it. Ultimately, is a silage. What's the name on the telehandler? I was just trying to get a load of sorts in. How do we want to do this? Oh, there's some interesting collisions there. Yeah. What's my options here? Unfold trailer. Have I got to disconnect it first, possibly? Right. That works. Lined up, pretty much. While we're out of the cab. Oh, get off. $14K straw. Yeah, I'm just gonna do one bale of straw at the minute, and then fill it up with But that's helpful to have the recipe. Thank you. Okay, and let's see if we can just add silage to get it to balance. Tip for young players, don't change direction of view while you're reversing. This will work nicely, ultimately. I mean, if I had a proper silage fork here, it would only be 2 loads. We're not far off a mix that'll work. Come on. How big is the straw again? Yeah. 20, is it 20 or 25? So I might need to put, I've got a partial hay bale there. Oops. Depth perception got me that time. When I get silage up to the minimum, we'll get a bit more sensible information. So I think I need 2 more scoops of that. Get out of there. It's so annoying, that shovel bug, which enables the shovel to overfill. There we go. Little ramp works well though. This is the first time we've used it. Is that partial bale there worth? Yep. Stick this fork in the side of the bunker. I know what's going to win. Just a couple more silage in there should work. There's probably a screenshot for a thumbnail hiding here somewhere too. So about one more of those, I reckon. Maybe two. Oh, close. No, still wants another one. Must be 30%. There we go. Lovely. Let's move that telehandler out of the way. You won't. The horrible thought I had from the perspective I was just looking was that this mixer won't go through those doors, which really would have been annoying. I want to go that way. No, you're not. There we go. earth are you hooked on? The ramp somehow. Right. Let's try that again. Let's line it up. Tip side right would be a good idea. That'll barely scratch the surface, I would have thought. The good news is we can turn out of there, so that's good. Let's have a look at the shed itself. It's not particularly large. Straw. The question is, will it take bales or do I have to run them through the mixer? Mark, do you know whether that mixer will shred straw bales? I'm assuming that it will, but they don't all. The mixer will do it. Okay. Let's just find out if I can drop one. No. It's not entirely a surprise. But every now and again you find one that will. No. Every now and again you find one, a modded one that has a that will take them just when I think that I know, and I didn't check beforehand, so it's not like I had any prior knowledge. But I have found it is, oh God, of course you want to drive over it rather than push it out of the way. I still have feed in the wagon. Oh crap, I do too. I thought I emptied it all out. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Thank you. Let's come and fix that mess up later. We've got feed in there for the cows, so that's the main thing. And if I stand, where did we decide that trigger for loading? Let's select, I want to buy 60. Goodo. So we've got a few more in there. They'll start to develop. I will sort out their mix and the like. Now, what's been happening here? You've managed to be completely unsuccessful at doing anything useful. You've got caught there, which is fine. Okay. Well, at least you managed to finish seeding without too much help. You didn't even run out of seed, so that works. Oh, where's that? I'm guessing you're stuck in the corner. Rusty Money, good to see you. We are doing a whole bunch of things here. Some of them well, and some of them could be done better. Let's pull him back a little bit. Don't know why he didn't tidy up the corner a bit better than that. That's okay. You're almost full anyway. We have a nice supply of sugar beet accumulating in our sugar factory. Just it. Now, that's all working. Sort of. We've got a man over there that should come around and unload. Oh, there's a truck coming. That'll do the job. He wasn't actually stuck. He was just waiting in an unusual spot. Let's see if he can manage this unload without getting everything screwed up. You're really going to get hung up on that tree, aren't you? Yep. Come on, I'm in front. Right. One of you guys needs to decide to unload him. He's going to stop right here. You can see what's going to happen here. He's going to stop right across the spot where his unloader is supposed to come. Sometimes you're just lucky, right? I could not have made it do that. Let's see if I can get him here. When are you going to come in and do the business? Okay, we get some out. And back up around the corner. Tell me where you're supposed to be. See, why are you not cutting that corner? I really don't understand. I thought all the harvesters now did proper corners when you had sharp corners turned on, but obviously not. I wonder if it's something funky with this harvester. Okay, at least we're getting the truck loaded. And there'll be enough in there. Well, there would have been if he'd come with me to fill the truck. Okay, we got a load off. I think we will pick up the rest of this field when we come back on Friday. So, well, Thursday afternoon, evening for everybody else. Tomorrow morning, of course, Australian time, so in 9.5 hours time, or 9 hours time, probably pretty close to now, we'll be on Newlands. So look forward to seeing anybody that's able to make it then. Thank you very much, everyone, for helping me out today. It's been much appreciated. Had a bit of fun, got a few things done. I might just back him up just a little bit. I can send him sort of on his way now that I've got him around the corner on the third headland. Hope everyone has a wonderful week if I don't see you again. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.